What's going on, everybody? Fondue here. Today we have Phoenix Fury with us.
Hey, what's going on?
Today he's going to be teaching me how to play Magic the Gathering. I've never played this. Super new. Only got to see a couple games be played from some friends that were playing at home. I like this being on a game. He's going to teach me how to play, and I'm excited. Go ahead and take it away, Phoenix.
All righty, here we go. So basically, what I'm going to do is, since you've never played before and you've only seen it played, I'm sure you don't understand any of the concepts of Magic the Gathering. So we're going to kind of go over the core rules, the core concepts of the game.
Okay, and real quick,
Uh,
which game is this?
the computer game, and also on mobile is MTG Arena. It is free to play. Really easy to get cards, booster packs, and coins to buy more packs.
Okay,
Yeah, there are different types of game modes too, which is really cool.
okay,
So it's another thing to look out for. Okay, but anyways, um, so in Magic the Gathering, you have what's called mana and lands. So you'll have five colors. You'll have white, red, blue, black, green, and you will be using these lands to produce spells, monsters, and abilities. So what I have pulled up now is a white-green deck. So I would be using forests, which are green color, and plains, which are white color,
okay.
to
And
play
what does the
these
Fabled
spells and creatures.
Passage do?
The Fabled Passage,
Yes.
that is a land that allows you to search your deck for a specific color. So
Ah,
if you get this
okay.
in your hand and you don't have a certain color that you need, so I have two forests but no white, I would use this to pull out a white and play it to the field.
Okay.
Um, and then you would use those to play your creatures and to figure out how much you would need. The converted mana cost, which you see in the upper right corner of the card, is what you would require of that, what that card requires you to have to play the card.
Okay.
So, say you want to play Stony Strength, you would need one forest to play that card,
Okay.
right? Another symbol you'll probably see quite a bit is the 1 or 2 or 3 or X. That number represents a generic mana, which means you can use any color. So it could be green, 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 white, green, black, doesn't matter. Whatever color whatever color you have, you can use for it. The difference between that and the X is X means you can pay however much you want of whatever color you want.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, the Wildwood Scourge enters a battlefield with X 1/1 counters. So, say you pay 1 mana, then pay 3 extra for the X, it would come in with 3 1/1 counters on it.
Okay.
Uh, then you have different types of cards too. You have your sorceries, your enchantments, and your instants, aside from the creature cards. Instants are cards that you can play on either your or your opponent's turn. Enchantments you can cast on your turn, but they stay on the field either until their effect is up and done, or your opponent uses a card to destroy it. So this one is a level saga, which means after the third saga, the card goes away. It's done.
Ah.
It's been used. But stuff like Colossal Majesty stays on the field until it's destroyed. So you'll have effects like this one at the beginning of your upkeep. You control a creature with a greater power 4 or greater. You draw a card that would stay out, and you would do that every turn until your opponent destroys it. Another card I should probably bring up, since not many people talk about them, are Planeswalkers. These are special creature cards that don't actually go directly onto the field. These are quote unquote extra players with special abilities. They help you out. If you can look down in the lower right corner, you'll see a number. This is what we call a loyalty counter. And that goes up and down depending on what ability you use. So that +1 would give you 4, the -2 would give you 1, so on and so forth.
Okay.
The downside about Planeswalkers is your opponent can attack them and do damage to them to reduce that number and eventually kill them. Those are their life points.
Ah.
But yeah, those are the basics of Magic the Gathering. Uh, I guess where we go from here is I would jump into a match and kind of explain how the flow of play works and kind of explain both sides, like how much life you have and each stage of play, I guess you could say.
Yes. Well, if you have time, go ahead and show me one duel with this deck and showcase what it has.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Awesome.
We'll go ahead and do historic play. Really quick, since basically historic is a specific game type that allows you to play cards from sets well past what is in standard.
Okay.
So it's usually the past 10 sets they usually let you play.
Okay. And standard would be some of the newer sets, I take it.
Yeah, I think it's either the past 5 or 6. And
Okay.
they do, historic does not swap out, but standard will, once they come out with the new set, they'll kick another set out to make room for that new set. So that just keeps cycling out.
Yes.
Okay, so every turn during your main phase, you will play a land to get your mana sources.
Okay.
Be able to play your creatures. So I have a white and a green, which is what I need to play this card.
Mm-hmm.
Get him out. Each player starts with 20 life points, and first one to hit 0 loses.
Okay.
I took it out of the big open area. That's where she always goes for me.
Okay, so this is a proliferate deck, which means it puts 1/1 counters on creatures, and then it duplicates those counters.
Someone learning how to play Magic.
Yes.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Are you battling old Phoenix?
I am not. Phoenix is teaching me how to play.
Definitely need to make sure you play a land on every single one of your turns.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where proliferate gets ridiculous. This card's ability is whenever I deal damage to a player, I get to proliferate. He can't block since it's flying. I do damage. I get to proliferate. How they see how they're 2/2s now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll submit 2. Another 3/3s.
Ah.
We'll save that for later when we have more mana to tap for it. I don't want to have to play him to get a 1/1/1 counter on him.
Yes.
A waste of mana. There are multiple phases. First phase being upkeep and draw, which is when you untap all your creatures and draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Main phase 1 is where you would play your land, play your creatures, and set everything up for your battle phase. So we'll go ahead and And we'll go ahead and send for 4. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. So try to follow me.
Okay.
I'm proliferating, so they'll all go up 1. And what's happening now is this creature's ability is whenever a 1/1 is placed on a non-Hydra creature, he gets an extra 1/1 counter.
Okay.
So
Yep.
basically, when I
what happened.
proliferated, these 3 got 1, so he got 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I was allowed to place 2 more because of these guys. So we got 2 more. Now he's up to 9.
Nice.
This is also where instants get kind of crazy. Is he going to attack? He is. We'll go ahead and block here because he only has 2 attack with double strike, which means he technically has 4 attack,
Mm-hmm.
but we have 9, so we win that fight. This guy's crazy. We will pay 2. That way we have a green mana left over for this.
Mm-hmm. Which will pump up the Wildwood Scrooge again.
Yep. And also, if we attack with this guy, so we'll go to combat. We'll attack with him. He'll untap. Because this puts a 1/1 counter on a creature and it untaps it.
Mm.
So knowing what he'll probably do is he will swing. Now we buff up our creature. And there is a reason I'm putting these counters on this guy. If we tap him, we can put a 1/1 counter on all other creatures.
Ah.
So he'll swing in with his little Archon here. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. He's swinging in. So we're going to use this to untap this. And then we will block with him.
Okay.
He lost his creature. And he's probably mad about it. That's the cool thing about instants, is the fact that you can play them at any point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Play the Oozolith. When any of my creatures die, their counters go to this. I don't think I'll have that issue. Tap him. Remove a 1/1 counter from him. Put a 1/1 counter on each other creature. That'll buff my Scourge. I'm going to use Smell Fear, which lets me proliferate, and a target creature I control fights a target creature I don't control. So we'll say I want him to fight him. Then I'll proliferate. Buffs him even more. And we'll swing. And we win. That is how proliferate works.
Okay. I like that.
That is one of my favorite decks of all time.
Thanks guys for watching, and thanks to Phoenix for teaching me how to play Magic the Gathering. If you guys like this video, we will definitely be making some more. I'm very interested in learning how to play Magic, and I have a great teacher, Phoenix, teaching me how to play. Again, if you like this, stay tuned for more. Peace.